Hello, people, and today we will be talking about the requirements for a healer class if you want to be able to solo floor 5 or be able to, or just not die in general in floor 6. So, what you're going to need first off is definitely going to be a Menders fedora. If you don't have this, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? This doubles any healing on you and other players while in dungeons, which is super good. Super, super good for healers. Now, along with me having the Empowered Reforge, which costs quite a lot, I would recommend having either Giant, which you get from the Giant's Tooth, which you can just buy on AH for about 500,000 coins, at the moment at least. And I would also recommend Reinforced if you don't have that much money. So now with our helmet out of the way, obviously you want to have it 5-starred. Every single piece of your armor set should be 5-starred. So we're going to move on to your chestplate. So I am not the richest person ever to exist. I am not Aikensoft, okay? I do not have crazy amounts of money. I recommend, if you don't have that much money, like me, except don't ignore those. Ignore the cheap. Those are cheap. Okay. If you don't have that much money to get a Necrolord chestplate or a Shadow Assassin chestplate, I would recommend getting a Zombie Knight chestplate. They're great for damage, and it's just an overall good chestplate. So it gives you damage, gives you a lot of damage, which you would probably need if you were a healer, just so you don't start getting pummeled in a corner by a couple of zombie knights or zombie soldiers. So I would recommend this if you don't have that much money. Next, I would recommend Necrolord boots and Necrolord leggings because of their immense amount of HP and defense. So starting off with the Lord leggings, I would definitely get the Giant Reforge. It gives you so much HP and so much extra effective HP. And for the boots, I would do the exact same. They're both very, very tanky pieces of armor. If you haven't completed floor 6 yet, I would probably recommend you getting heavy armor. Heavy armor or adaptive. Adaptive is very good for just overall. Every set is very good for adaptive if you are cheap on money or if you are low on money. So once we have, our Mender Fedora 5-starred, obviously everything has to be 5-starred. It just gives you so much more HP and defense, buffs you so much. You're going to need a sword. Of course, I recommend having a Flower of Truth because of the damage. So I do not have a Flower of Truth. I use a livid dagger. This is my livid dagger. It's fabled, mythic, blah blah blah, everything like that. It's got Soul Eater 2, which I feel is a very good enchant. If you don't know what Soul Eater 2 does, it basically just takes the damage of the last enemy that you killed and basically applies it to the next enemy you hit. It is a very, very good ultimate enchant, but it does cost a lot of money. I'm pretty sure it's 1 million coins for Soul Eater 1. So it's not as expensive as Chimera, but it's pretty costly. So obviously you should have every single enchant, and mine is 5-starred. Yours should be 5-starred too. So moving on to one of the equipment that you're going to need. Mine does not have all the enchants on it because you don't need it. I would recommend having an ornate zombie sword. So with its instant heal ability, it obviously should be in your loadout. So you should reforge it to heroic because that's just a given. Gives you more mana, which it's a weapon that uses mana, so you need that. And it also heals you by 144 plus 5%, and the players within 7 blocks of you. So, for instance, if you were to be in a floor 5 boss battle, so, with all the livids, and you and your teammates are getting weak, if you just spammed this right-click ability, you would heal all of your teammates up, along with healing you. So that is obviously something you have to have. I'm expecting you already have a aspect of the end. And these are the 3 things that are necessary for you to beat a floor 5 dungeon or a floor 6 dungeon and hold your own. I will say it again. I do recommend having a FOT instead of a livid dagger, because it's just so much. It's so much easier to room clear. If you had both, that would be even better. So basically, livid dagger way better for boss room. So in livid, you would obviously want this because of the 100% attack speed, but just room clearing in general, I would recommend having a FOT. I'm pretty sure FOT is actually lower in price than the livid dagger. 9.5 compared to the livid dagger. I'm pretty sure livid dagger's 10 mil. So I would recommend getting an FOT because it's just overall or generally better. It's got, obviously it doesn't have the same stats, but it is better. I would recommend it. Anyway, moving on to our pets. I do not have many pets. I will say that right now. But I do have Yeti pet. So these are my pets. Yeah, I know. Terrible. Am I right? Like, I have a level 9 pig. I don't even know why I have that. That shouldn't be in my inventory. But I made it. So who gives a crap? Okay. So anyway, moving on to this. Okay. So I have the baby Yeti. 1 pet candy use, because why not? Am I right? So the baby Yeti gives you strength or if you have like 1,000 strength and your Yeti pet is level 100, it gives you defense for the amount of strength you have. So if you are a berserker, just saying, if you are a berserker, you would have a Yeti pet. Like this guy right here, this guy's a berserker. You can already tell. He is a Yeti pet with Flower of Truth. So right here, this is the full set that he has. He's recombubbed it all, ancient bonus, and he has the Yeti pet. It's obviously something really good that you should have. And if you cannot afford that, there's something a little bit cheaper, and it's called a whale pet. Whale pet is really good for defense, so I'm basically covering how to not die. So I would recommend having a legendary blue whale. These cost 23 mil. That's kind of expensive, but that isn't really that much compared to the Yeti pet, which is 48 mil. So that's not bad.